Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody and welcome back to The Long Dark. So I have done quite a bit off camera and I'm going to try to go over that as soon as possible, well as fast as possible, because I also have only 4 hours of daylight and I need food. So let me go and show you what I've done. I've gone ahead and I've made the deerskin boots. I made the trip all the way back to the Trapper's Homestead where I had the other wolf skin and some deer skin and some guts curing, and by the time I got there they were 95%, so I stayed there for a little bit. On the way back got trapped in the lake cabin from a storm that lasted like 2 days. It only had like about 2 hours break in between, so I ended up pretty much just sprinting from there all the way back to the dam, making it without losing much condition, but I ran the whole way. So I've gone through a lot of food, a lot of water. As you can see, I have about, 0.39 gallons of water, one thing of wolf, an MRE, and some coffee. That's it. So I am very low on food. So I need to go out and kill a deer or a wolf or some sort of animal. I still have about 5 bullets, I think, in my gun. So, or maybe even 4. So we need to go out there and get some. But yeah, so these boots are very nice. I thought about making the pants, but I decided against the pants because you walk with your feet. I mean, that's like the stupidest sentence ever, but it's true. You use your feet to walk, and you're walking through snow all the time. And you know what they say about like soldiers march on their stomachs, but the next most important thing is your feet, keeping your feet dry and warm so you can continue to move. So next is pants, because the pants that I'm currently wearing are terrible. My jacket is okay. It's not anything good. I still freeze. So I have 4 bullets left. I need to get some sort of deer. I prefer a deer over a wolf, just because the wolf, they don't give you much meat. So we need to get a deer so then I can get some meat kind of stored up and, have some food that I can eat, because right now I'm kind of screwed if I don't get any food. I have an MRE. I had 2. I had to eat 1 because I was just so desperate for food. So things got, gooder. They got better and worse at the same time. I had like 2, I had to use food to get my my deerskin boots. So it was kind of a trade-off, I guess. So let's see if we can find any sort of animal out here. And we only have 4 shots, so we can't really afford to miss anything. I've been attacked by a wolf twice. So, oh, hello. Oh, what are you eating? No, don't eat that. All right, I gotta get this right. Ah, damn. Is he running away or is he running at me? He's running away. Okay. I missed, but that kind of freaked him out. Oh, he's going to come back, isn't he? Don't you come back, dude. Oh, I hate that. You have to wait. You have to freaking wait. So I'm going to get everything from this. It's going to take about an hour and 15 minutes to get. We're going to be really hungry. We're probably going to be harvesting in the dark, but we're going to go right back into the dam once we're done. I didn't even notice there was a corpse here. Grape soda. Yes, energy bar. Please have food on you. More food. So yeah, we're going to be harvesting what's left of this, which isn't that frozen. Oh, they've got a ton. All right. So it's going to take us an hour to do that. So we're going to be out here for about 2 hours. Yep, we're gonna get cold. It's gonna be dark, but
it's gonna get a lot colder soon.
We've got a bunch of food now, and look how slow we're moving. Wow! But we've got so much food. That's exactly what we needed. So that worked out perfectly. So let's just make our way back to the dam, which now seems extremely far away because of how slow we're moving. So we'll get back there. We'll cook up all this food. We need to get some more firewood so we can get some more water because I don't have a huge amount of water. So yeah, it's turning around. It's looking brighter. So just to give you guys an update about The Long Dark and the series that I'm doing, you guys should know by now that I've been doing one episode of Long Dark a week at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Mondays. Well, it's going to change just a little bit. I'm still going to do one episode a week. It's still going to be on Mondays, but it's now going to be at 12 p.m. So you'll actually get it 5 hours earlier than you normally did before. So you'll get it at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard instead of 5, just because now that LSPDFR is out, and that's going to be a main series on my channel, LSPDFR is going to take the 5 p.m. slot on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I know today you're probably wondering, because LSPDFR and this will be released at the same time today, which is a little strange, but I was going to record this last night, but I wasn't feeling well. My stomach was a little upset. Wasn't really in the mood to record, and I thought, okay, well, let me wake up in the morning and just record it. So I'm recording this on Monday, the day of, when you guys are seeing this, hopefully, if everything goes to plan and it comes out properly. But so, I wasn't feeling well. I knew I wasn't going to be a good recording, and I wanted to do all this stuff off camera too, to kind of get my, go back to the Trapper's Homestead. I didn't want to bring you guys with me, just because I thought it would be repetitive. I've already made that trip. I thought making it again would just be kind of repetitive, so I didn't do it, and it turned out it took like 2 hours to do, just because getting stuck in that storm really sucked. It really depleted my resources too, which wasn't fun. Man, we are moving so slow. So, yeah, I've been kind of living on the edge of, not dying, but the edge of just being really hungry and really thirsty and tired and encumbered because I have so much, animal meat on me. So for the sake of being able to see, we're going to go ahead and refill this. Why not? But yeah, for the sake of the video, I'm going to equip this, and well, actually, the sake of me too, I can't see anything without it. Typically, if it wasn't too bad, if I was kind of just by the campfire, I would just, deal with it. But I want you guys to see what's going on. So yeah, it took, what was it? Was it 12 hours to make the boots? It took a very long time. It took like an entire day. I went through an entire sewing kit, like 1.5 sewing kits to make the boots. So it was not cheap by any means, but they're very, very good boots. So next is pants, because the odds of me finding a better jacket, I think, are higher than me finding better pants. I don't know. It's just freeballing it, really. And also the jacket requires something like 20 hours, or the coat requires 20 hours of sewing, and it's a lot more material. So, and I have an all right coat, but I have terrible. I'm wearing jeans. So I don't have good pants. So pants are next. So we got to let more things cure, which I have a couple skins on me now that I need to drop here. Here's a pretty good halfway point, because we're right next to the entrance to the new area. So it should be relatively easy to come back and get the skins that I'm going to leave to cure here. As you can see, I've left a ton of stuff here just to kind of lighten the load a little bit. All right, we're going to pick up these books because we are probably going to need them for this fire. And let's kind of find okay, here we go. So we have 4 wolf pelts and 2 cured ones. Wow. Okay, so let's kind of line these out a little bit. I'm going to stick them over here just so they're kind of out of the way. You do kind of drop them right below, so go ahead and drop that. Move this over 1. Drop that. Move over. Drop that. And move over. And drop. Oh, that's cured. There we go. Drop that. Are any of these? I accidentally. Yeah, I dropped a cured one. You don't need to drop a cured one. Okay, so that's cured, that's uncured. Okay, there we go. All right, so these are all going to cure. I am actually going to drop the cured ones right here. Actually, don't we have... That's fresh deer. Okay, so we're going to drop a deer here, and then another one. Cured and fresh. Okay. Okay, so let's drop the fresh. Okay, and then I'll drop the cured. I'll just put them on top of each other because it doesn't matter. The only reason why I put the non-cured next to each other is just so I can see what the percentage that they're at is. Instead of just like hovering over a big pile and all the percentages are kind of a little different. I'm like, well, I don't know. So, okay, that should help with weight. Books are pretty heavy. These boots are pretty heavy. We have a ton of guts. Okay, we need to drop all these guts. Okay, I'm going to drop all these guts real quick, just so you don't have to watch me do this, because 10 times, that's quite a lot. So I'm going to drop all these real quick, and then we will focus on cooking up all this meat that I got. Okay, I've dropped all the guts, all the pelts that I have, or the hides and everything. Okay, so probably pick up the antiseptic just because I used some. Jerry can. That's a ton of scrap metal, so I'm not going to pick that up just yet. Okay, let's kind of assess what's going on. So we're super fatigued and hungry and thirsty, so we need to kind of work this out. We have a ton of meat on us. We have books to start a fire.
Lay down.
We have a ton of meat to cook. Let's go ahead and just eat this already cooked one to give ourselves a little bit of calories. Drink some of the water that we have. Kind of get ourselves in the right state of mind here. Fatigue is something we need to be a little bit concerned about. Yeah, okay, let's go ahead and do this. What, 94, 99%? Here we go. As you can see, I've started a lot of fires. My skill has gone up a little bit because, I would stop when I was traveling to go back to the Trapper's Homestead. I would stop in a cabin and, or anywhere I could, start a fire, get a little bit more water, get my temperature down to a reasonable level, and then, continue on or cook up whatever meat I had or something like that. So pretty much at this stage in the game, it's kind of gotten to the point where, we're going to throw books on. Why not? Let's throw some books. Throw that reclaimed firewood on there. Get about 3 hours. That's good. Let's save one, because you never know. But we have a ton of cooking to do. So let's go ahead and let's get to cooking. We're going to be standing here cooking for a while. Ooh, I should probably have turned off my... Let me make sure that I've done that. Yeah, this. I don't need the lantern on. I don't need to be using the fuel while we have this going. So, all right. So I'm going to cook up all this food. Sleep is probably the next big thing that we're going to need to do. We might need to go forage for some more wood just so we can get our... I don't know if we're going to have enough to do all this meat. And then also at the same time, we need to get a little bit more water. So I'm going to cook up as much as I can now. And then we'll go out and we'll forage for some more. Actually, no, let's do that now. I know that's kind of weird and backwards, but we're exhausted. Huh. Let's just keep going. I don't want the fire to stop and then I have to start it again. That's what I'm trying to avoid. So let's just keep cooking. Because I'm too exhausted to go out and try to forage right now. Because I'm really, like I've been trying to tell you guys, I'm really trying to rally up to get enough gear so I'm like confident with my abilities to go to the next level. So we have what, one more. Let's cook this last venison. Let's see how much longer we have on the fire. If we can, we should add that one more. I don't know. Should we? Should we add this one more piece of reclaimed wood? We got 16 minutes. Okay, let's cook some coffee. Why not? So we'll go to sleep. We'll wake up. We'll forage for some more wood. We'll start another fire. We'll finish the cooking of the meat. We'll put some more water on too. And then we'll go from there. Let's go ahead and drink the coffee. That'll really help us out. We're still encumbered. We're 77 over, 66 is what it typically is when you're not exhausted. So... actually, hold on, let's see. I was pretty hungry. Yeah, let's go ahead and eat. Check to see. Okay. Eat what we can. We'll save drinking for when we're going to wake up in a bit, because we're totally thirsty. Rest for 4 hours. There's a storm outside, which is why it's about hours of darkness left. I've survived for 11 days, by the way, which is actually pretty amazing. I did get this Steam achievement for surviving for 10 days, which is pretty amazing, to be honest. I mean, that 10-day run is pretty impressive. I think that's the longest I've ever gone, or at least since they've added the achievements. That's the longest I've survived. So it should be a little bit light in here now. Okay, good. So let's go and forage for some wood. Get 5 reclaimed wood and 2 tinder. So we'll be out for an hour and a half. Okay, so that way we'll have, I think, what, a 5? Did we use that one piece of reclaimed wood? I can't remember. No, we did not. Okay. So 60% of... No. Okay, 60%. We could use... Let's try this. I have an extra tinder plug. If it doesn't work, then I'll use some sort of accelerant. But 60%. Let's go ahead and give this a shot. I really hope it works, because we need fire. So we're going to do fire. We're going to do water first, because we need more water, because we have enough meat. We're doing okay with meat. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a gallon? Yeah. Go ahead and do a gallon, because I think to do a gallon it takes about an hour. Yeah. And then let's boil it, because we need water before we need food. I'm okay with not being able to cook the rest of that meat, but we need water, because if we can't drink anything, then we're in a lot more trouble than, you know, not having food. We can go a little bit with food. We still have an MRE, so if things get really desperate, we're going to just cook up as much as we can with the last little bit of this fire. We might be able to get this last one in. I don't think so. Yeah, no, okay, it's going to run out. Okay. Let's go ahead and check what's going on. But we need to eat, because we're clearly very hungry. Okay, and we're going to eat another one instantly, because we are very hungry. Okay, drink some water. Get that down. Go ahead and check on our condition. We're still very tired, so we need to rest here. We're probably going to rest here for the rest of this day and the night, just because we're, you know, encumbered. So we need to also check to see what is so heavy that the food obviously is very heavy. It looks like we only didn't cook. Hold on, let's go back to the food. We didn't cook 2 things of meat, which isn't that bad. So food's very heavy. The cured guts are a little heavy. Clothes, stuff like that. So we could probably afford to drop some stuff, like these broken arrows. I don't know why I'm carrying those around. All these flares, that's a lot of flares. This cured leather. Yeah. So I'm going to do a bit of inventory management, kind of drop some stuff that we're not going to need to just carry around all the time. And then rest, get through the rest of the day, get through the night, and then we'll kind of pick it up in the morning and, assess what we want to do. So I'll do that real quick. Alrighty, so it is morning. We slept for the rest of that day and all night. Our fatigue is a lot better. We're no longer encumbered, but just by it ever so slightly. And that's only because I had to eat throughout the night. But we're doing our conditions back up to 100%. We have a lot of things here curing. They're already almost, some of them are 30% already, which is pretty nice. Lots of stuff, lots of cured stuff. So we're definitely doing good. Dropped some flares that we didn't need, broken, crow feathers and broken stuff, just little things. I mean, everything else I'm pretty much don't want to lose. I'm going to have to pick up my bedroll, which is going to put me back over being encumbered, but it is what it is. So this is a good point to stop. I know this episode was kind of just really nothing really happened, but I'm a lot more confident with my state now because I'm back. I have food, I have water, I'm pretty decent. So I think we're just enough. We're just about to my comfortability level with just going in the next area. So literally in the next episode, we're going to go straight there. We're going to just go with whatever fatigue and drinks and all that stuff we have. So we're just literally going to go straight there and just see if we can survive. At least we'll make it. So it's happening next episode for sure. I'm not going to play this off camera, so nothing else should happen. So yeah, it's all going to work out. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys join me next week. Remember, they're still happening on Monday, still once a week, but it's going to be at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time instead of 5 p.m. Pacific Standard, just to kind of, change up a little bit for the LSPDFR. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys join me next week. Remember to hit the like button. It really helps me out, and it lets me know that you guys do want to see this series continue. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.